as a Moroccan. It all started in my first year in high school, exactly at 2018. I was 16 years old. I used to play video games a lot with 3 friends from the same class, like SAMP, SWAT, MTA, and COD, which was our main topic of conversation, especially in the French class, because it was extremely boring. One day in the same class, the teacher mentioned the word people. My friend in the back said PayPal. The other 2 laughed and said PayPal too. And the other said Pioneer, Bitcoin, and they start laughing hysterically. I was surprised. The whole class was surprised. And no one understood except another person. We were friends, but this is the first time I've heard of that. So, they kicked me from the group as a joke. The 2 of them in the back seat were working in dropshipping and trading, and the other was having a YouTube channel. They were not successful, but at least they had a small income. I continued talking to them and collecting information, and what caught my attention the most was software engineering and video editing. I started dreaming myself in the future having a software company with a lot of money and practicing editing and filmmaking as a hobby. But as a person living in a family on the verge of poverty and full of problems, I had an old computer and no network. So I would charge my SIM network with $1 and get 1 gigabyte for the whole week. I took advantage of the situation and quickly downloaded video editing programs such as Filmora, Camtasia Studio, and Sony Vegas Pro. I started recording my gameplay, tutorials, and editing them. But unfortunately, I upload 0 video in my social media accounts. I didn't start building my personal brand. I didn't look for clients. I was thinking that I'm so young, still have the time. Letting it until I graduate from the high school. Yeah, I was dumbass. It was a huge opportunity at that time. All the influencer gurus you know, they start printing money at that time, and the market's still empty and not competitive. But look at it now. No, not now. Just after COVID in 2020, the industry started being harshly competitive. Now it's full by people who want to get money using the same way. Getting client or customers start being harder. Like when you play a battle royale game with a lot of players, and the winner is one on each server. At 2021, my first year on university, I bought another PC which is massively better than the first one. It was Core i5 2500 8GB RAM, and the first one was Pentium 4 3GB RAM. For not lying, they are both trash. At least editing software are working. I was an athletic person. I used to train street workout and calisthenics inside the forest. One day I ate some corrupt fish, and I trained with my friend in the cold weather. Guess what? Yeah, unfortunately, I got sick for 6 months. I was seeing my days gone. I can't use it. I can't do nothing. This is the first time in my life I really know by experience if you lose your health, you lose everything. Then I start watching anime and movie series just for killing time and forgetting the pain. By the way, I don't recommend you to watch that crap. At 2022, I start learning programming language and I start practicing editing videos using After Effects and Premierepro. Then I decide to throw the programming away and sticking with the editing, creating anime edits for the whole year. What a stupid idea! Throwing my dream and replacing it with my hobby? So XD! All this is accompanied by an exacerbation of family problems, which have increased at a frightening rate. My sense danger alerted me to the possibility of divorce. My father is a poor man who bears responsibility for us and his parents. He cannot afford the living expenses while he's living with us. So how about divorce? The expenses will increase and the responsibility will fall on me as the older brother. As a 19 years old, I decided to start freelancing, built a simple portfolio of my previous work, and start looking for work on freelancing sites like Freelancer, Upwork, and Fiverr. This was at the beginning of 2023. For 3 months, I was applying for projects without getting a single response, and at the same time, I was participating in some competitions during the 3 months, and I earned $40. Funny, isn't it? After all of that, I get no work, no response for 3 months. But at June 2023, I got a message on my Instagram from YouTube channel owner named Alyunko. Wanted me to edit his anime videos, and I was so happy, even though I need slow praise. Already 2 weeks before that, my parents got divorced. So I said that to my mom. I'm gonna drop out from university. She was having no problem with that, and that gave me a lot of freedom. I was still go to university, but I didn't take it seriously. My uncles didn't like that. You wasted your time, and 14 years of staying up late and studying went down the drain. They were aware from my miserable situation I was living on, and they not take it into consideration. I said, if you're going to support my family and my studies financially, from today I will return to university. But they keep quiet. My main goal was supporting my family by freelancing to escape the poverty, so I kept working until I got another client in Upwork at December 2023. I was making good living from that. I get for myself new setup for my business. Basically, I entered the safe zone. I keep in that situation until I left them both at June 2024, because the whole money I got from that work was forbidden in Islam. I mean, the anime, the movie series, and the music, all of that made my money forbidden. I wasn't know that before. In Islam, if you didn't know that before, you have no problem to use that money. But don't back again to that forbidden things. I already created an Arabic video on that. You can watch it from here using YouTube subtitle. From that time, I started looking for clients who don't use music and have no forbidden thing in their content. Or if you want to replace the music by the frequencies sound like that. It just should not be like music, you know, not complicated like the music. If it is, so it's forbidden in Islam. I spent all of June looking for new clients, but I failed. So I decided to start dropservicing as a new business, and I failed. I got depressed for other 3 months. I spent all my money on my family. I was living in a harsh situation, but you don't know where goodness came from. Subhanallah. I remember that I started following a RioNext platform, and that was the best decision I make. Literally, the guy shared with me his strategy for getting clients, and suddenly I was back in business. Yeah, all that I get are cheap rates, but at least I could pay my bills and make a living from it. And here we are now in 2025. We are still fighting for a living. I will share with you the strategy in the next video. I'll try again the drop servicing business and publish everything with you so that you learn from my mistakes. I hope you liked the video. Your brother URASAN was with you. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم and peace out.